I think it would do. So thanks for coming for the demo theater. I mean, my name is Asaf, and I'm the co-founder and VP product of Logs.io. We're doing log analytics. We're a log analytics company, and what we do is we're offering the most common log analytics platform as a service. The platform is called ELK, which is Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, and we offer it as a cloud service. I just want to take you through a quick demo of the capabilities of what this can do for you. So if you are running in the cloud, it's absolutely mandatory to be able to collect and aggregate all of the machine-generated data into one place, be it the infrastructure level or the application level, and this is what kind of like log analytics is all about. This is an example of the ELK and part of the environments that we run. So you can see that all of our logs are being aggregated into one location. This is one screen. We can see all of our logs. We can see all the details about each and every line of the log, and no more SSHing into the machine and trying to grep and trying to find if something went wrong. So part of the capability you can see in this environment, we have about 9 million logs in the past 24 hours. And if I want to search for something, say I want to search for the word error, you can see that the search is pretty quickly. Within less than a second, you get results of all the errors that we're mentioning across all of your machine, all your infrastructure level, across all of your log file, and all the machine-generated data that you have pushed through. So that's kind of like only one capability of it. If I want to be able to filter it down and see, well, I'm only interested in the Nginx logs, I can say, okay, I want to type Nginx. And this is going to filter only the Nginx log files that I have in my machine. Let's take it a minute. Yeah, so I got only the Nginx file, and now I can dig into each one of them, and if there is a problem, I can see it, and I can see what's going on. If I'm interested in a problem that is, if I want to analyze an issue that I'm having from the US, I can say, you know what, I only care about the US. Click on the plus here, and this filters the US. And now I'm only seeing only the Nginx errors that are coming from the US, and it's helping me within a matter of minutes to be able to analyze what problems I have in my environment and to be able to perform troubleshoot. On top of it, I can also filter it for time. So if I want to look at a specific time frame, I can drag the graph, and you see that the time frame here changes, and I can only see this what it means in time. So this is kind of like part of the capabilities of the log analytics. The next step is to be able to take the data and be able to visualize it. So searching is one thing, and troubleshooting is one thing, but the next thing is to be able to take the data and visualize it. So let me kind of do a smaller time frame here, so it's going to work quicker. Well, I'll see if the internet connection here is going to be. Save the connection. This never works in a demo. Okay, we're back with the network. So if I want to take a smaller time frame, If I want to see the logs, and now I want to go ahead and visualize what I'm seeing here, you can go and click on the visualize. And let's say I want to create a map of where all my users are coming from. So I create a new visualization. I select a tile map from a new search. I only care about, we have Nginx in the front, so I only care about the Nginx files. Let's get or type ELB, because we also use ELB. And I want to provide the geo coordinate. And with a click of a button, I can immediately see where all the interaction are coming from the site. This is very quickly and very well done. And kind of putting it all together, I can show you one of the dashboards that we created and we monitor our environment with. You can see some of the capabilities. You can obviously, I show you create graphs, but you can search for it quickly. You can also see line graphs and bar graphs and all of this. This is data that is being extracted from the log files that we generate. So we're using a product called Apache Kafka, which is an open source messaging layer, and we measure our queue throughout the system. We measure our CPU, again, through the log files. We take out all the CPU and the memory usage and all the other information. We measure it through the log files. So this is what we do. So now that I have all the log files, then I can search through them, I can filter through them, I can create graphs. The next thing I want to do is create alerts. So let's go back to Discover, and let's say I want to create alert of every time I get a 404 error. Too loud? Not too loud?
Just ignore access.
Not loud enough?
Just ignore access.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Just the mic is pointed in the wrong direction. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I want to be able to get alerted every time I get an error on my Nginx server, because I care about if someone goes to a page that doesn't exist and stuff like that. So again, I can do type Nginx. And if you know Nginx, anything that is beyond 400 is an error. So that's the format that I write, type Nginx and status 400 and above. And you see that I have kind of like a few errors in here. You can open it up. I wrote and wrong. There are no 404 in the past 15 minutes, but let's check it 24 hours. Again, no errors, which is good. And even in the past 7 days, I have no error, which is good. So now I want to get alerted whenever I do get an error. So I can say, this is the query that I'm looking for, and I want to create an alert. And that alert is saying too many 404 errors. I can give it a description, check it every 5 minutes, and I say if the alert is greater than or equal to 5, just send me an email. And I'm going to get alerted every time I get a 404 or I get more than 5 404 errors in 5 minutes, and I can change it. I can say, you know what, I care about 2, or if it's greater than or equal to 1. So even one alert that I get over it, I would get alerted and get notified that I have an error in this. How many of you are familiar with the log analytics concept of aggregating machine-generated data? Okay, and how many are familiar with the ELK stack, Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana? Okay, so exactly, this is what we do, and we run it as a service. And just for the people that weren't here in the beginning, I just want to kind of like reiterate a little bit and saying that it's a very powerful system to be able to search on. So searches here are relatively quickly, and you can see I can search within kind of less than a second. I can get the results of what I want. If I want this and I want to have different errors, obviously I don't have any response here, but this is this is the capability of the platform. It has very rich capabilities when it comes to visualization, and I think the main difference between this and kind of like a BI system, that this is an ongoing system. So this is like real-time visualization and real-time analytic of the machine-generated data, and show a little bit of the dashboards that we're using to monitor our environment, and how we do it and how we use it. So these are just some of the capabilities and graphs. This is all like very meaningful information to our DevOps engineers. And you can see you can create lists, and you can create different graphs, and you can create very nice information that exists in here. Anyone has any questions about this? What can be done with this? Yes? Yeah. The what? The monitor is impacting performance? There is no, because this is reading the files off of your machine. So if you use, no, it's real time, but there is no, it's just reading it off of your machine, so there is no impact on performance for it. So this is the log files that you're already generating. So if you're already generating the log files, then this system and systems like it are getting the data from. Okay, any more questions about log analytics? It's absolutely necessary if you're running a cloud application. I mean, we're running our entire infrastructure on Amazon, and it's a very dynamic environment. So issues that happen at 3 a.m. are whenever the DevOps person wakes up to take care of them, they're no longer there. The servers were down, we kicked them off, we scaled them out, and if we didn't collect all the information into one centralized location, we wouldn't be able to troubleshoot, we wouldn't be able to analyze any issue, we wouldn't be able to graph it, we wouldn't be able to monitor our system without log analytics. Oh, yes. Right now, our customer is sending up to 1 terabyte a day. We have, I forgot to mention one thing, we have a free version up to 1 gigabyte a day, which is, we have plenty of customers that are using that. And on top of it, we can do more than that, but that's kind of like some of our top customers are sending right now. Yes? Yeah. This is all, some of it is typical logs like Nginx, Apache, and stuff like that, but also custom logs. We have a lot of custom logs that we parse. You have to work with us on the actual parsing and extracting the data. If you're not interested in extracting information from it, then you can search for it, you can parse it, and you can do whatever you want. But if you want to extract the numbers, or you want to extract like the log level and time and stuff like that, then we need to work with us. But that's part of what we do. Yeah. This week we're supposed to release PagerDuty and Slack integration, but it's going to be next week. So we're doing webhooks, PagerDuty, and Slack integration all next week for alerting. Yeah. Are you currently using PagerDuty? Okay. And do you have anything for log analytics or? Yeah, Librado is just it's like Datadog. It's like stats and yeah. 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 So, any more questions? No? Okay. So thank you very much for coming, and we're at booth 815. If you want to get more information or you want to see another demo, we'd be happy to give you another demo. Thank you very much.